One night, under a particularly bright sweep of northern lights, something unusual happened. A warm breeze, impossible in the Arctic, whispered through the clearing. Snowflakes began to dance in strange patterns, lifting into delicate spirals. Then, like embers rising from an invisible fire, fairies appeared. Their glow was soft, like starlight caught in a snow globe. The polar bears watched in wide-eyed amazement as dozens of fairies drifted down, landing gently on icicles and snowflakes and trees. And there was even one little boy fairy that landed on a iceberg and started to fish. And the polar bears thought, that's rather peculiar. And then, as the fairies observed the polar bears, they thought, well, there's a couple of polar bears that are wearing red scarves. And it says Coca Cola on these bottles they were drinking. And the fairies thought to themselves, that's rather peculiar. Then the fairies noticed a very large white polar bear with it looked to be a baby polar bear on its back. And they thought, she must be the ruler of all the polar bears in this wintry wonderland kingdom. The fairies circled the bears, their wings chiming in gratitude. Then, before the fairies noticed, there was even more polar bears came in to join the fun. Before the fairies vanished back into the lights, each fairy pressed a tiny flicker of magic onto the bear's fur. Now, whenever night came, the bears glowed faintly like walking pieces of aurora. And every year, when the northern lights began to pulse with color, the fairies returned to dance with their giant friends. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the beautiful story of how the fairies met the polar bears and became friends.